After a very successful Asian session today, trading this strategy, I want to follow up with this video as a full tutorial of this strategy. This is something that I've been working towards for quite some time, and yeah, I think it's really come to fruition as of last night, the London session and the Asian session today. Now, before we get into it, if you go to the Daily Mentorship, there's two videos I want you to watch. Session Breakout, here are my mistakes so you don't have to make them. So this was done after yesterday's trading and this last week, and yeah, the London session. So this is an important first video, video number 1. And then the second video is trading the session open, this one, video number 2. And then the third video, this is just the results of the Asian session, so that's not so important. But the video that I'm doing now, this is really the third video that you need to watch. This is a full tutorial. So what we're doing is, I mean, it's what I've always done, trading around the session opening time. But in this video, I'm really pulling everything together. The indicators that you need are the trend momentum sync. This one, not so much, but if you've got space with your TradingView subscription and it allows an extra indicator, what I might do is look to actually incorporate the main indicators into one so you can use it on a free TradingView account. Anyway, trend momentum sync, you need, well, this one I recommend, and then you're going to need this one here, custom range high-low, 4x sessions. Orange is Asia, blue is London, white is New York. And I like the trend bars. I'm a very visual kind of a guy. You don't need them, but I don't mind the trend bars. Colors the bars, and I like a bar chart rather than a candle chart. So that's it. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be tracking the London Open, right? So with the custom range high-low, I've got this set to plot. This is the London Open, this blue line, to plot the 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. UTC minus 4, New York time, 3 a.m. So it's plotting the first hour of the London Open. You only need one chart, 5-minute chart. Okay, so we're plotting the first hour, and chart set to UTC minus 4. And what we're going to do is we're going to set an alert. We want this to go off when the high and low of this, or the high or the low, or both, of this indicator are taken out. In other words, price trades through the high or through the low. Okay, so at the moment, that's the high, that's the low. If price breaks under and closes under, it'll give us a bearish signal, and vice versa above. All right, so I want the alerts. We go to the custom range of 3 dots, add alert. Now look, depending on your TradingView account, your subscription, I can actually choose the entire list, and it's any alert function call, that's it, and create. That'll give us both bullish and bearish. You can isolate them. You can go just bullish and just bearish, but we'll go for both, and we're going to create, that's the entire list. So that will start to go off. Here's the log. So that's the alert now. That'll go off after 4 a.m. So we've got about half an hour to wait. Going back, let's just have a look at the Asian session for today and have a look at the outcome. I'm going to open this one. This is the Asia. See how it plotted the high of this initial range here, and then it continued that line through, and then it plotted the low and continued the line through. We've got the green line and a red line. Actually, there is a couple of other indicators that I wouldn't mind using, but that's more advanced. Let's just keep it really simple for now. What we're waiting for is this to break either above or below. So the signal came right here. We've got a bullish break right there. You can see that broke above. It closed above the opening range here. So that fired. And then we need, as I mentioned in the previous video, we need to see confirmation that buyers are in control. Now you can get a break above, a bullish break, and that might just be a stop run, and you'll find that sellers are in control. And I pointed that out in the last video. I think it was, this Asian session. Watch that video. So I pointed that out in this video. This goes through and shows you some of the issues that you can encounter if this, for example, breaks to the downside and gives you a false signal, like a stop run. That's the stop run down here, by the way, that one. But sometimes you can see a run on stops in this opening range, and then you'd be selling it only for this to turn around and head north. But I mean, look, the strategy is so simple. Let's just keep it simple. There's a set of rules. When it breaks above or below, we look for the trend momentum sink to be agreeable with the trend. So if it's a bullish break, we want to see this be green, and vice versa if it's bearish, right? And if you want to go that step further, you want to see the trend track multi turn green. So maybe you don't take this trade until this pullback here. That was quite a nice pullback. Now your stop loss is going to go, if you entered here, for example, see these levels here. This is the trend momentum sink giving us average true range levels for our stop loss. So just a quick look at that. Trend momentum sink. I've got this set up to be 2.5 times the average true range. So you have to adjust that accordingly. And I've got this set up to track the 30-minute, the 1 hour, and the 2 hour. That's my preference at the moment, and you can play around with that. The lower time frames are going to give you a lot of signals. When buyers or sellers come together on these time frames, then the signal is going to fire. And that signal will be, right, see this up triangle right there? It's that one. There's another up triangle here. Well, that's telling you that those 3 time frames have come together in terms of buyers or sellers dominating the market at that time. That's it. And you run with this stop loss. So let's just say you entered back here. Go with this stop loss level here, see? So if that's your entry point there, look down and you'll see the green shaded zone. That's 2.5 times the average true range on the 5-minute chart there. So that'll be your stop loss. Now, the challenge for me is to actually tighten up my stops with this level. And I've mentioned this in previous videos. I started trading in 2002 when I was living with my daughter when she left school. And that was the beginning of my journey, right? And since then I dabbled, I was in and out of it. And then in 2016, I became a full-time trader. That was really the time when I traded for a living. And, over time you develop habits. I've always been an intraday / swing trader. So I'm setting stop losses. If that's an entry, it's going to go down here somewhere. Look at the daily time frame and you're looking for previous daily, in this case, daily lows for a stop loss. Okay. Whereas in this case, it's a 5-minute chart and the previous low is here, right? They say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? So I mentioned that in previous videos. So this old dog needs to learn. Okay, it's taking me time to come around to this. And so that's the other thing too, like trading is psychological. You've got emotional, psychological, and cellular memory locked into your system that you have to come to terms with. There's a real self-development thing going on with it, if you're going to be a trader. Anyway, let go of your past conditioning and find the discipline to trade the plan. That's what's really important. Now, the only other settings are the trend bars. I've taken out the channel and I've removed these here, the bar color and the bullish channel and bearish channel breakout. I don't want those. I'm really preferring to go with the momentum sink indicator. All right, that'll be available to you in WAP if you gained access through WAP. Anyway, so look, that's it. So now we're waiting for these to come in. Let's just run through and have a look and see how the Asian session played out. And, there'll be really good setups like this one that you just saw here with the Aussie CAD. But this is a dream setup. And then there's going to be challenging setups as well. And I'll go through the strategy. So this one was a clean bullish break, right? No issue whatsoever. Going to go, 2R by default. But then, however you manage this, or however well you manage this will determine the outcome. Now, here's another thing too. You can include this indicator here. This is the previous daily, weekly, monthly, 8-hour and 4-hour. And I would suggest if you do, just extend the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. The last two of these across. This will extend them across to the right. So it's going to give you, see this level up here? Look, there's a target. Oh, let's just go through and have a look and see how the Asian session. So there's 2R, there's 4R that worked out. Let's have a look at the Aussie yen. Right, this one, a little bit tricky, right? Here's the thing though. See, a lot of people might have got caught thinking that's going to sell. That's just a pullback. And the opportunity came with this bullish breakout right here. And then the green zone kicked in there. So that's your cue to go long. You just got to wait for this trend momentum sink to give you the go-ahead. So we're up 4R. Now we're up possibly 8R if you took that trade. Stop loss there. Well, there's 2.5. Okay, there's a 2R target. Okay, your stop loss would have been, if you took it at that point, that was the low there of the that green zone. And then it dropped down a little further after that. Okay, stop loss was just under this previous low here. Nice. So we're up 6R, the Asian session. If we took every one of these breakout trades so far, we're up 6R. I didn't take all of these trades today. I just took some. This is where it gets tricky. And I mentioned in my previous video, the market will do either of three things. It'll break and trend bullish, it'll break and trend bearish, or it's going to wiggle around and give you a hard time. So this is one that did that. All right, so you got caught out. Now here's the thing. What was the indicator telling us? Well, it's telling us that buyers are in control through here and we get a bearish break, so we don't touch it. Then we get a bullish break. Have a look at this. Then we get a bullish break, but the green zone stops. On that next candle, there's no green with the trend momentum sink. Now, you may have got caught out and traded that, but you really need to get involved only if this trend momentum sink is in play. So it's telling us that, especially with this gap back in here and a bearish break, that there's a conflict going on. The background is green, it's not red, all right? And then the next signal that kicks in is a red signal. So you're just going to have to get used to using the indicators and work out how to use them correctly. So there's a conflict. There's a green background. There's a red signal. There's a gap here. It's messy. It's not clean like the other two, so you wouldn't trade that. We're up 6R. Let's just say, you're gung-ho and you couldn't hold back and you went long. Okay, we're down 1R. All right, so we're up 5R for the day so far. Aussie dollar, bullish break, but it's in a red zone. Again, do you want to take it? What are we up now? 5R. All right. We get a bullish breakout, but the background here is green. Let's just take that out. Okay, bullish break, and that's green. All right, so you'd probably go with that and understand the risk. Long position, there's your 2R easily reached, right? So what we up 5 to, we're up 7R. Just in these three here alone. CAD Swiss. Okay, this one broke bullish. Nice. What are we up? 7R. Long position. Well, we're in the green zone, so there's your trade. 7 plus 2 is 9R. CAD Yen. That one messed you up, remember? It's either going to go bullish, bearish, or it'll mess you up. It's green, there's a breakout. Actually, that one worked out. So we're up 7R. We finally get a green break. You might have taken it there. Stop loss is going to go... We don't have the trend sync on our team here, guys. It's not there. Look, it's not there at all. It's a green break, and we've got sellers dominating here and here, so it's no go. Let it go. If you got overly excited and couldn't help yourself, there's no green stop loss zone, so you'd go under the previous low, under these lows. Okay, so that worked out. 7R, 8, 9R, is it? No, okay, so you only reached... You'd probably want to close it before you get hit the London Open. All right, so 7, maybe another, maybe 1R. Let's just round it off at 1R. 8R. We're up 8R. It's not bad going, just with this bunch here. This is back here. Okay, so we got a short. You can see that 2R was reached. That's 10R. Short position. Okay, we're in the red zone. It's all systems go. Go for a 2R target. Ooh, you didn't quite reach it. And you're going to close this before you head into the next session. You might close this. I closed a basket of trades midway when, when things started to pull back. I did that today. Actually, it was before midway through. I closed everything. So, you'd close, I don't know, we're up. You can see that we're up, well and truly up. See here, for example, how this gave you a move here and then it pulled back. So I closed my basket of trades just midstream here. But, you can see that worked. EuroCAD. Okay, bearish breakout. Look, and you got the red behind you with the sink, trend momentum sink. Let's just do away with that. There's your red. I mean, seriously? And look, and then it pulled all the way back. Look how far it pulled back, see? So somewhere midway through this between, so you're going to be trading session to session. Euro Swiss, that was a bit tricky. We had a bullish break. We had a green zone. What's the background doing? It's a red background. See the conflict? Do you really want to take that trade? So, after a while, you'll get used to reading it. Look at this is a white line as a previous monthly and weekly. Do you want to be trading into that, right? So, then you get better at what you're doing and, you understand what you're looking at. You want to trade away from resistance like that, especially that white line as a monthly. The red kicks in here, but, that is where the signal came in. And that's heading right into the London Open. So you just wouldn't even take this trade. Up to you. I mean, you get caught out if you're going with conflicting signals. That's all. Just wait for the best setups and just take them. Euro pound. Yeah, that was tricky. Okay, there's no green signal. See, look, it's a bearish break, and we've got the trend momentum sink behind us. So take a red. There's another 2R. We're well and true. I mean, look, we're seriously up 15R or so, guys, by now. Look at it. Okay, Euro New Zealand. Just look at that. Which one of these would you not want? We're in the green zone behind, but it's this red signals that are kicking in here. And then it turns red here. Pound Oz. Look at that. Okay, guys, seriously, as of yesterday, all this has come together. It's been months in the making, all of these indicators and the strategy, months in the making. And, it's just finally gelled for me yesterday through the London session. So, today is really the first day that I'm trading with this strategy, this particular trading plan. Look at that. Okay, we're trading this session here. Every single one of these. I mean, it's incredibly powerful. It's a really, really good strategy and then you're going to close midway through. See how it turned around midway through the session? So look what it's trading into. Oh, and look, if you want to know when to close, here we go, okay? I'll show you this. We then go for the extreme confluence. All right, see the red dot here? So this is where it gets a little bit more technical. Red dot, look at the levels above. Look at, no, that didn't give us anything, fair enough. Open this up. This is the 5-minute chart. This is a little bit fast, but if you go to a 15-minute or 5-minute, look for this signal down the bottom here. See. I mean, look, they're coming in fast because it's a 5-minute. I wouldn't take any notice of these on the 5 minutes so much. Although this one definitely up the top. See how that's trending down here? That's telling you right there to close after this and that. Not so much these ones because this line is still trending up, right? Not so much that signal or that signal because these, as I mentioned, these lines are trending up, right? This is just getting a little bit more technical. But this signal here, when these lines start trending down, right, you can see that right there. That's when it turned. That's when you close and you've got confirmation. So, you can set other alerts on these. When you open this, you can set this one here to give you an alert when it's overextended. So then you'll know exactly, like if you open this trade, then go straight in and set the alert to let you know when that dot fires and that gets you out of the trade in front. I'm going to be doing daily mentorship videos on this. This is it. This is everything I've been working towards. This is one situation where it was a kind of a nothing outcome, but you would have taken a short based on everything here. No problem. Stop loss. There's your stop loss level, right? But you would have closed it slightly in profit, possibly before the London Open. It just goes on and on, guys. I mean, look at this. Look at that sell. Okay, we're up an incredible amount of profit at the moment if you take these trades. Look at it. Just beautiful. All right, so this is looking interesting. Okay, guys, look, that's just a bit of an update. This is, I guess, the first full tutorial, and it's tutorial really number 1, because we're going to get a lot deeper into using these other indicators here. Oh, look at this. Guys, look. So here's the thing. You see this here, that on the 1 hour, it's already kind of played out. But later on, we can look at incorporating, the higher time frame. Now, these signals here, and the fact that that's trending down, that's a whole other video. Let's not go there. So I would say to you, give this 14 days trial. You won't have to pay anything. It's free. Jump on board, guys. It's only $29.95 after 14 days. Just shout me lunch once a month, and you've got access to the best value available anywhere in the world, in my opinion, as far as trading and signals goes. Honestly, if you decide it's for you, it's only $29.95, and it's going to be going up very quickly. So this next week, I mean, seriously, today is the day that this kicks off. Last night and today, this is it. This is the launch. So you've got a discount launch at the moment on my website, anthonyfx.com. 14 days, you won't pay anything, and then it's that. So go to WAP and then go back to WAP. Once you join through WAP, click Get Access. You've got to go back to WAP to click on all the stuff. You'll find the links to Telegram, Discord, and the indicators. It's all in WAP. You click those links, and then you've got instant, immediate access to everything. If you go with the PayPal, you got to allow 24 hours because I have to get back to you. But yeah, the WAP is the way to go, and everything's in WAP. And then just, find it on Telegram and come into Discord. The Discord is really important because this is where everything goes. The daily mentorship is key. All right, you want that. Okay, guys, look, with that, I wish you well, happy trading. Have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday. I'm probably not going to trade today. I need a break. But I might have a look at some of these just for a bit of fun when they come in after the initial range has completed. To be continued. See you in the next one.